I just looked in video react request, and yeah, there's a bit of a doozy in there. I don't know if this is a react of a react or something, but
the shame of Star Citizen is in its overly ambitious development that has led to it being over a decade worth of development and not a single fucking alpha to show for it.
Wait, did he say alpha? We have an alpha.
$700 million.
But it's not like a good one.
Raised for Star Citizen now. Yeah, and look what we have to show for it.
Oh, that's true. We're in pre-alpha.
Best game the world's ever seen. Oh my god, wait, they just released something new here. It's almost entering pre-alpha.
In the physical space. So basically you go through points which are smaller access points to the main tunnel. Those will still be restricted by small, medium, and large. So basically it opens up opportunities for smaller ships to kind of sneak their way through.
Tier 1 Luth membership,
the transient jump point may only be able to be used once. It may be a little bit more permanent, but you can never tell how long does it last once you find it.
If people are looking to avoid scrutiny, we'll look for these sort of side routes to get into.
Cool. Pretty sure when this game comes out, people have full-time jobs running ships. Well,
what an idiot. So, like, people think that the over-ambition is over-ambition of gameplay, right? People think it's Eve. People think it's Second Life. People think it's like you're actually going to have a job that you have to do over and over again, but they've given zero indication that they will do any sort of, like, level of gameplay that is that hardcore. They have catered so much to the fact that they have really cool spaceships that it's basically just been take a look at your really cool spaceship and fly around with your really cool spaceship. And that has been the extent of the game. Go through this really cool jump point with your really cool spaceship. But I know that they want to do a lot of things, but they have so much to do to get there. They are so far away from being what that chatter said, right? Like, having a full-time job on a ship requires so many, like, gameplay elements to exist in this game that it is unfathomable how far away that is.
I don't think the game's ever coming out, A. And B, people already have full-time jobs coping for Star Citizen. But at least they have $40,000 ships you can buy. Well, bundles, excuse me. The Turbo Commander Master package or whatever. They have funds. They have a funds raised chart on their website, and they're getting $4,000 an hour in funds raised. It's insane to watch. For Star Citizen still? How? Who is doing this? It has to be money laundering to some degree. Like, I just can't. Like, it's become such a joke in gaming. I feel like everybody knows that this is so embarrassing. Because it's been what? It's been
12 years, brother.
12 years? 12 years?
12 years.
And over $500 million raised, and still nothing. Like, nothing fully completed. Still nothing even in alpha, really.
Almost $750 million.
Where do you see this? Where do you see the chart? I thought they got rid of that. I don't see the bar anymore. I'm pretty sure they got rid of the chart for the funds.
No, the chart's just not on the front page. He's gonna find it.
Add funding goals after .com. Okay, yeah, here it is. You're right. They still have it up. $714 million raised over the last decade and some change, and they get about $196,000 donated a day. Where?
Well, that's weird to say. They get about the highest number a day, but yes, this is the point is still true. This is insane. GTA 6 costs more. Cope more.
Does it come? Where are these suckers born? How?
Livingston, New Jersey.
How? That's crazy. I love Star Citizen, so I'm mildly
Somebody in chat said Florida in his chat.
offended. It's not bad for what it is, but there's no shot it ever reaches what it aspires to. Okay, let's not get it twisted. The shame of Star Citizen is in its overly ambitious development that has led to it being over a decade worth of development and not a single fucking alpha to show for it. It's not in the actual quality of the game, because it does have a lot of content, but it's never going to be done. Because they keep shooting for further and further, more unobtainable things, and it's just never coming.
I wonder, I mean, he obviously hasn't followed it more recently. They definitely have had a shift of to try to, whether or not it's actually true, right? Whether or not they're bullshitting us or not, which they easily could be bullshitting us. The narrative that they are spitting out now is to counter what he just said. What is based about saying not a single fucking alpha? It is like what he means by is like, this is the product. Go play. Like, there's not a, it is in pre-alpha. They'll call it alpha this, but then when you really shit on it for not being good enough, even CIG will call it a pre-alpha. So that's what he's meaning. So when you really show the cracks in the armor of the game, even CIG will call it a pre-alpha. That's literally one of their developers calling it a pre-alpha, right? So that's what he's talking about. So it's don't play semantics when you know this game is a problem. Everybody here knows, don't play semantics with people. It's fucking stupid. It's a cop-out and it's bullshit if you do that. The thing that they're trying to do is calm the narrative that he just said with the gaming community now. It's like, we're working towards 1.0 and blah, 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 blah. You know? You actually didn't think he knew it was playable? He just said there was a lot of content as you were typing, but you were too busy clacking your keyboard angrily, probably. But I think they're trying to change that, but I don't know if they're trying to change that narrative or if they're actually actioning that change. In 3.23 and what we see in 3.24, and I don't know about 4.0. I think 4.0 is just a tech thing and not really a going to be like a big step in content and playability, gameplay, all that stuff, which I also think is fine. I don't think 4.0 should have much tech outside of or much in the patch outside of the tech, but they're talking a big game to kind of calm this idea down, but the actions aren't showing it, which is
that's the
classic
problem.
CIG.
So I know some of the stuff in Star Citizen is pretty fun for some players, but it's greedy monetization with like a $40,000 fucking ship package or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just absurdity.
Like, you've seen Summit play for
Scroll
sure.
down, you can see all the stretch goals from 2012.
Oh, no. Don't look at the stretch goals. I don't know. Like, I think they legally have to keep this shit there, but we all know that most of this stuff they can't do. Like, they changed the scope of the game where some of these things just can't exist. I think legally to Kickstarter, because they started the game on Kickstarter, I think this has to exist. Right?
Actually so adorable.
I think that's
you're
why.
Right. They did it. What's their most recent stretch goal? Let's see. For $1 billion, do we get an alpha?
They stopped somewhere at 65, yeah.
Oh, they stopped that after 2014. It's not an alpha. It's not alpha.
It's pre-alpha.
Not.
Yeah, he's right. Even the devs
That's
admit
cope. Have you not seen the crazy gamer setups people have for Star Citizen? They have so much money. I know. I've seen a couple of them, and they're cool.
And they're cool, yeah.
Like, some of these setups
The Undead Parrot Gaming is fucking wild. The shit that he has. This shit is fucking nuts.
Actually,
dude.
fucking incredible.
Look at this fucking guy. And my favorite thing is, the only thing I ever see him do is PvE bounties and Arena Commander. That's it. He doesn't play the fucking game at all, really.
Zero hostile contacts.
He's
God
free
damn.
commander.
Here from my previous Star Citizen cockpit tour, and with some major changes like the big curves.
Yeah, he's living his best life. I'm not shitting on it, but it's pretty. It's actually funny, right?
Screen here, I think it's
They
time
just
for
came out
another
with a
one.
$900 chair
So,
for
this
Star
is my
Citizen.
completely insane
Love
Star
that.
Citizen cockpit.
I don't know what
Because
you're talking
there is
about.
no overkill.
You just
for
funded
Star
some more blanket physics.
And
I don't
before
know.
you get all
I have
excited,
no
I used to
idea
set up
what
desktop-based
you're
setup.
talking
I
about,
don't
dude.
decrease
Yeah.
since any larger wouldn't be beneficial with most of the games
remember
outside
Ship
the
Decor?
PCS. And also since 4K ultra-short projectors are expensive.
Yeah, the way the chair thing was communicated was so fucking bad, because it seems like CIG is selling the chair, and they're not. They just licensed a fucking logo out to a guy who makes chairs.
This was the most expensive part of my project and ended up costing me total about 4,000 euros, including the projectors.
That's actually a lot cheaper than I thought it would be for a setup like that.
I'm
Holy
using two
shit.
Optima UHD 35 STXs here just because they were the cheapest 4K projectors I could make the setup work with.
I thought for sure that would be over 10. Like just for the
No. I think he's only talking about the projectors.
projector and screen. All that for the gameplay of spending more money on ships.
Dude, I only ever see him fly a Gladius. I don't think this guy might not spend that money on ships. I'm not even kidding. I've never seen him fly anything other than it's like a $70 ship.
Yeah, pretty much. Look up Banky's Star Citizen room. It's the best one.
No, it's ridiculous.
I don't think I've seen this one.
สวัสดีครับผมแบงกี้ครับและในที่สุดนะครับวันนี้ก็มาถึงนะฮะกับการ
This actually looks like the Star Wars hotel.
It's fucking crazy, this room.
Holy shit. Wow. It looks better than the Star Wars hotel, yeah. Is he still using it? Does it? Oh wow, that was not what I expected.
What?
I thought this was like a Star Citizen creator.
No, he just...
So it's all mukbangs? And he just happens to be a real big Star Citizen fan?
I guess so. He takes all his mukbang money and fucking whales. What?
Cool.
สวัสดีครับผมแบงกี้
There's a $300,000 Star Citizen setup on their Reddit. Can I find it on YouTube? How do you even make a $300,000 setup?
Yeah.
How could you, like, I don't even know how you
I
could
don't
spend that
know.
much on it. Okay, hold on. We'll go to their Reddit then.
Good luck
Oh, here
finding
is.
it.
A $300,000 setup for Star Citizen. Let's see.
It's a $300,000 setup, and he's fucking using the joystick all the way up here. What? How the fuck is he flying like that? His left stick is all the way up here. No ergonomics in this setup. Is it a joke? Oh, it's a meme. I've never seen this.
That's definitely clickbait. Like, this is huge for sure,
Oh
but
my god, I can see the box now. And he's using a $100 stick.
there's no way this is
These are
$300,000
the
unless he
sticks I have.
built like this whole room from scratch. Like this room didn't exist before it. Like he doesn't even have like a real desk. He's
It counts
using
the
two
employees of
normal
the people
like
he's standing.
containers for it that you see on like movie sets.
Oh, it's the ships that are 300K that he's using. Oh, okay. Makes perfect sense now. I don't think these are devs.
Yeah, that's definitely just clickbait. 100% clickbait. And this is significantly worse than the other two for sure, yeah. This is just a huge screen in an empty room.
Wait, is he taking
no
this
desk.
seriously? Oh, I guess he was taking it seriously. Okay. So, yeah. Every creator I've watched except for Summit fucking hates this game. And I'm glad Summit gave it a try to see that there was like a little something there. but it took him a while to realize that it needs a whole lot more. And I don't think he's going to be back for a while, and I think that's a good thing. And I hope through that whole thing that Summit kind of rising the game up to have people like Charlie see it more, have people like Shroud see it, have other people see it. It opened up a door where they gotta get it done a lot sooner. I feel like I don't think they can do the bait and switch they've been doing as much. They could still do it, and they probably will still do it. But I respect Summit for trying too. Everybody kept telling him that it wasn't there. Somebody was telling him that it was there, that there was something there for him. But there's nothing in Star Citizen unless you manufacture it yourself. Unless you create a scenario yourself that's cool, there's nothing in Star Citizen for you, right? I don't think it was Burks. And that's the problem. So I don't know. I think they'll either try to change the narrative. Link to vid, yeah, no problem. They'll either change the narrative by speaking it and having their religious followers parrot their narrative, or they will actually change the narrative by doing like actually good action on developing the actual game instead of just making it pretty all the time. But I think most people here know what the result will actually be.